On a brisk evening in the small town of Westfield, 8-year-old Leo Thompson was playing hide-and-seek with his dog, Max, in the sprawling fields behind his family's barn. The sun had just dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink. As Leo darted around, laughing and dodging Max, his foot stumbled upon something hard and unusually smooth. Curiosity piqued. He paused to inspect what appeared to be a small metallic object partially buried under the earth. Using both hands, Leo dug around the object, revealing its teardrop shape and sleek, reflective surface. It was clearly not farming equipment or any toy. His heart raced with the thrill of discovery and the pulse of adventure. Leo knew about rockets and had seen pictures of satellites, but this was different. It looked otherworldly. Dragging it out of the dirt, he discovered that what he unearthed was not just any piece of metal, but a compact alien scout ship, barely the size of his father's tractor. The ship's hull was adorned with symbols that glowed faintly in the twilight, pulsating with a gentle blue light. Despite its small size, the craft was intimidating, suggesting technology far beyond human capabilities. The ship's side suddenly hissed open like a clam revealing its pearl, and inside, Leo found a cockpit lined with controls and a large, blinking screen. The screen displayed a holographic map of the solar system with Earth marked prominently and ominously in red. It didn't take much for Leo to realize that this was no friendly visit marked on the map. Earth was clearly a target in an alien plan. Panic fluttered in his chest, but so did excitement. This was his moment, a real-life adventure and a chance to do something significant. He ran back to the house, his legs pumping faster than they ever had, bursting through the kitchen door to find his parents. Between gasps for air, he managed to explain his discovery. Initially skeptical, his parents followed him back to the site, their skepticism fading at the sight of the alien technology. His father, always cautious, wanted to call the authorities, but Leo, inspired by every science fiction story he'd ever read, insisted that they needed to understand what they were dealing with first. With an assertive nod that seemed too mature for his age, Leo convinced them to wait until they had more information. He wanted to protect Earth, and somehow he knew he was meant to play a part in this cosmic encounter. As the stars began to dot the sky, the small Thompson household buzzed with a mix of fear and wonder. Leo, wide-eyed but determined, sat by the ship, poring over the alien symbols and touching the cool metal, feeling a connection to something much bigger than himself. Tonight, the universe had chosen him as its guardian, and he was ready to rise to the occasion. By the early hours of the next morning, Leo's backyard had transformed into a bustling scene reminiscent of a science fiction movie set. Representatives from local government, top scientists from nearby research institutes, and even curious onlookers who had heard rumors of the discovery all converged on the Thompson family's property. Amidst this chaos, Leo remained at the center, his initial excitement now mingled with a sense of seriousness about the task at hand. Leo's older sister, Sarah, who had just returned home from college for the weekend, took charge of coordinating with the authorities. She managed to persuade the local police to cordon off the area, ensuring the safety and security of the site. This allowed Leo and the experts to work without interference. Sarah, understanding the magnitude of her brother's discovery and his desire to be involved, made sure Leo was included in every discussion and decision. As the morning sun rose, a makeshift lab was established in the Thompsons' barn. High-tech equipment was brought in, creating a stark contrast against the rustic tools and hay bales. Leo watched with wide-eyed wonder as the scientists set up computers and monitors around the alien ship, their movements precise and deliberate. The team of cryptographers and linguists began their work decoding the symbols on the ship's control panel. Leo, unable to contain his curiosity, hovered close by, trying to catch every word and explanation. His intuitive grasp of the situation impressed the team, and before long, he was actively participating, offering insights and suggestions that belied his young age. It was Leo who first noticed the pattern in the blinking lights of the console. With a child's clarity, he pointed out that the rhythm matched a sequence he had seen in a video game, which represented different commands and functions. This breakthrough led the team to successfully interface with the ship's communication system, uncovering a trove of data about the planned invasion. The gathered data revealed that the invasion was imminent, a fact that turned the atmosphere grave. However, amidst the streams of alien tactical data, Leo stumbled upon something unexpected. A cultural database filled with information about the aliens' history, art, and philosophy. This discovery shifted his perspective. He saw the aliens not just as invaders, but as beings with a culture and possibly reasons for their actions. Convinced that this cultural understanding could be the key to peaceful negotiations, Leo argued passionately for a chance to communicate with the alien invaders. His conviction and the innocence of his approach swayed the adults around him. After intense discussions and planning, they agreed to let Leo attempt a communication, using the aliens' cultural symbols as a basis for his message. As night fell over Westfield once more, the barn's lights glowed like a beacon of hope. Inside, Leo prepared to send a message of peace to the approaching alien fleet, using their own cultural symbols in an effort to bridge the vast divide between their worlds. The stakes were unimaginable, yet there was a palpable sense of potential, of what might be gained from the bravery and intellect of a boy who believed in the possibility of understanding and peace. With the setup complete and the entire makeshift lab focused on him, Leo took his position in front of the alien communication device, a palpable silence enveloping the barn. His fingers hovered over the controls, guided by the cryptographers who had now mapped the basic functions of the alien interface. Leo's first task was to initiate the communication sequence, a process that the team had managed to decode from the rhythmic patterns he had pointed out. As the device came to life, emitting a series of low hums and flashing lights, Leo's focus was unbreakable. He meticulously input the sequence that the team believed would broadcast a greeting. The air was thick with anticipation. Every scientist, military personnel, and onlooker held their breath as they waited for a response. The reply came quicker than anyone had anticipated. The screen lit up with complex symbols and images, a direct communication from the alien fleet. The message was cryptic, filled with unfamiliar terms and phrases, but among the confusion, one thing was clear. The aliens were wary but curious about Earth's response to their scout ship. Using the cultural database, Leo and the linguistic team worked to translate the message. Hours slipped by as they decoded each symbol, pieced together each phrase. The young boy's insight into the alien culture, fueled by his voracious reading and boundless imagination, proved invaluable. He suggested interpretations and connections that the adults might have overlooked, drawing parallels between the alien expressions and human cultural references. By dawn, they had a rough translation. The aliens spoke of resource depletion and the need for expansion, which painted a grim picture of desperation rather than malevolent conquest. They viewed Earth not just as a target, but as a potential home, a revelation that shifted the narrative from one of impending doom to possible coexistence. Leo, understanding the gravity of their situation, proposed a response. He wanted to express Earth's willingness to understand and possibly help, but also to set boundaries. Under his guidance, the team crafted a message infused with diplomatic caution and an invitation for dialogue. They included references to Earth's own history of exploration and conflict, emphasizing the desire for peaceful resolution and mutual benefit. The message was sent as the first light of morning filtered through the barn windows. Now, all they could do was wait for the alien response. This time of waiting was tense, but Leo felt a strange calmness. He believed in the power of communication, in the possibility that two vastly different beings could find common ground. His hope was infectious, bolstering the spirits of everyone involved. As the sun climbed higher, a new message from the aliens arrived. Their tone had shifted. There was a hint of respect, perhaps even gratitude, for the honesty and depth of Earth's response. They requested a meeting, a face-to-face interaction to discuss terms and understandings further. Leo's proposal had worked. His ability to see beyond the immediate threat, to reach out with humanity's best intentions, had opened a door that no one had thought possible. The meeting was set, and preparations began at once, with Leo at the heart of what would be humanity's first diplomatic encounter with an alien race. His courage and unique perspective had not only averted a potential disaster, but had also paved the way for a historic dialogue that could define the future of Earth and its place in the cosmos. The designated meeting place was set in a wide, open field just outside of Westfield, carefully chosen for its visibility and tranquility. The once quiet and unassuming pasture was transformed overnight into a buzzing hub of activity. Military personnel secured the perimeter while scientists and diplomats prepared the area with both human and alien technologies. A central platform was constructed where the negotiations would take place, equipped with translation devices developed from the decoded alien communications. Leo, despite his age, was included in all briefings and preparations. His role in the communication breakthrough had granted him a seat at the table, quite literally. As the appointed hour drew near, he donned a specially designed suit, made to be non-threatening and to reflect a gesture of peace. His sister Sarah, always supportive, helped him adjust the fit, her hands steady but her voice betraying her nervousness for her little brother's safety. The alien delegation arrived precisely on time, their ship descending silently, its sleek design casting a large shadow over the field. The ship landed smoothly, and as the doors opened, a ramp descended. The air was filled with tension and awe as the alien emissaries appeared. They were taller than humans, with a grace that belied their size, their movements deliberate and calm. Leo watched intently as the aliens approached, their faces impassive but their eyes bright with curiosity. He stepped forward to greet them, his voice steady as he spoke the greeting they had prepared, a simple message of peace and welcome translated into their language. The lead alien paused, then responded in kind, the translation devices providing Leo with immediate understanding. The negotiations began with formal introductions and the exchange of pleasantries. Leo listened carefully, responding when needed and always mindful of the diplomatic weight his words carried. He spoke of Earth's rich diversity, its challenges, and its beauties, extending an invitation for the aliens to observe more than just the prepared meeting site. As the discussions progressed, Leo proposed a tour of Earth's natural wonders and populated cities. His idea was strategic, aiming to showcase humanity's capacity for both creativity and conservation. This gesture seemed to resonate with the aliens, who were intrigued by the concept of preservation amid advancement. The dialogue then shifted to the reasons behind the aliens' arrival. They spoke of their planet's dire condition, a world once vibrant but now on the brink of collapse. Their need for a new home was urgent, yet they expressed a desire to avoid conflict. Leo's heart went out to them. He felt their desperation, but also their strong sense of dignity and responsibility. The meeting continued with discussions on possible solutions. Leo suggested that Earth could assist in finding suitable alternatives for relocation, proposing a joint scientific venture to explore uninhabited planets. The idea of cooperation rather than confrontation appealed to the aliens, who were keen on leveraging Earth's technological prowess alongside their own. As the sun set over the field, a provisional agreement had been drafted. The aliens would halt their advance, taking a step back to evaluate the proposed solutions. In return, Earth would begin immediate collaborative efforts to identify viable planets for the aliens. The meeting concluded with both parties expressing a cautious optimism. Walking back to his family after the long day, Leo felt an immense weight lift from his shoulders. The immediate threat had been diffused, and in its place a bridge had been built. His hope for a peaceful resolution, so ambitious at the start, now seemed not only possible, but probable. As his family gathered around him, proud and relieved, Leo knew that this was just the beginning of a much larger journey. Despite the initial success of the diplomatic talks, tensions on Earth remained high. Skepticism among global leaders and the public brewed, fueled by fear and the uncertainty of the aliens' true intentions. As Leo tried to promote understanding and peace, a faction within the Earth's military, unconvinced by the promises of non-aggression, prepared for the worst. The situation escalated when a rogue military group, acting without official sanction, launched a preemptive strike against the alien ship stationed just outside the field where the historic meeting had taken place. The strike was intended as a deterrent, a show of Earth's readiness to defend itself, but it immediately backfired. The alien vessel, though not critically damaged, responded automatically to the attack, deploying several defensive drones that headed straight for the nearest city. Leo, horrified by the sudden turn of events, rushed to the command center where chaos had erupted. Screens flashed with real-time updates of the drones advancing towards the city, and military personnel scrambled to coordinate a response. Despite the panic, Leo's voice cut through the noise, urging calm and a measured response. He knew that any aggressive actions from Earth could jeopardize the fragile peace they had just begun to build. With quick thinking, Leo suggested using non-lethal measures to disable the drones. He proposed a strategy to use electromagnetic pulses, EMPs, which would incapacitate the drones without causing further damage to them or the city. Reluctantly, the military agreed to the plan, deploying EMP devices in key locations around the city's perimeter. As the drones approached, the EMPs were activated, casting a wide net of disruptive energy. One by one, the drones faltered, their systems overwhelmed by the pulses. They crashed harmlessly into empty fields and parks, avoiding any casualties. The city breathed a collective sigh of relief, but the damage to the diplomatic efforts was already done. Leo, understanding the gravity of the situation, contacted the alien delegates immediately, explaining the actions of the rogue military faction and the steps taken to prevent a disaster. The aliens, though shaken by the attack, recognized Leo's earnest efforts to maintain peace. They agreed to regard the incident as an isolated event, but requested additional safeguards against future attacks. To rebuild trust, Leo invited the alien leaders to participate in a joint military oversight committee, ensuring that all actions from Earth's side would be transparent and agreed upon by both parties. The committee would also work on developing joint defensive strategies, merging alien technology with human ingenuity to prevent misunderstandings in the future. Throughout the night, Leo worked alongside military strategists and alien technicians, their joint efforts slowly mending the rift caused by the day's events. By morning, a temporary command hub was established, symbolizing the renewed commitment to cooperation. Leo, exhausted but hopeful, watched as humans and aliens worked together, their shared goal of peace overshadowing the fear and aggression of the previous day. As dawn broke, news of the successful de-escalation spread around the world. People watched in awe as footage of humans and aliens collaborating was broadcast. The fear that had once gripped their hearts began to ebb, replaced by a cautious optimism. Leo, standing amidst the hub of activity, felt a profound sense of responsibility and pride. He had faced the brink of war and had steered the course towards peace, proving that even in the darkest times, unity and understanding could prevail. The Joint Military Oversight Committee, which included key human and alien leaders with Leo as an honorary advisor, began to take proactive measures to strengthen the fragile peace. They initiated joint training exercises and established protocols for a unified response to any future threats. This new alliance was tested sooner than anyone had anticipated. A new wave of alien ships, unaware of the ceasefire and diplomatic efforts, entered Earth's atmosphere, interpreting the destruction of their drones as an act of war. The situation was critical, with Earth's newly formed alliance facing its first major challenge. Leo, despite the enormous pressure, remained a beacon of hope and determination. He advocated for communication over conflict, urging the committee to reach out to the incoming fleet with information about the peace agreement. Using the communication protocols developed from the alien technology, Leo crafted a message explaining the current peace agreement and the ongoing collaboration between Earth and the alien forces. The message was broadcast in multiple languages and alien dialects, ensuring no room for misunderstanding. Meanwhile, Leo also coordinated with the alien technicians to send a direct signal to the incoming fleet, hoping to prevent any hostile actions. The response was tense and uncertain. Minutes stretched into hours as everyone awaited the fleet's reaction. Finally, the incoming ships halted their advance, and after a brief but intense period of communication with their command, agreed to stand down. The relief was palpable across the command center as the crisis was averted through diplomacy and swift action. Emboldened by this success, Leo proposed a global broadcast to share the story of the recent events and the successful avoidance of conflict through the new human-alien alliance. The broadcast was a mix of human and alien representatives speaking about their commitment to peace and mutual respect. Leo, speaking on behalf of Earth's younger generation, delivered a powerful message about the importance of understanding and cooperation in building a better future. This broadcast had a profound effect worldwide. People from various cultures and backgrounds saw the potential of what could be achieved when different beings worked together. Leo became not just a hero, but a symbol of new possibilities. Schools started to include interstellar diplomacy and alien cultures in their curriculums, inspired by Leo's advocacy for knowledge and understanding. The committee, seeing the positive impact of their efforts, decided to organize an interstellar cultural exchange. This event would allow humans and aliens to share their cultures, technologies, and ideas. Leo was deeply involved in the planning, suggesting activities and programs that would facilitate genuine understanding and bonding between the species. As the day of the cultural exchange arrived, the excitement was visible on Earth and across broadcasts on alien planets. The event was held in multiple locations around the world, each showcasing different aspects of human and alien culture, from art exhibitions to technology demos to joint musical performances. Leo opened the event with a speech that touched on the common dreams and aspirations shared by all sentient beings, regardless of their origin. The cultural exchange was a resounding success, leading to numerous initiatives and collaborations. Universities began to offer programs in alien studies, and joint technological research projects were launched. Earth and its new allies had not only averted a war, but had laid the groundwork for a federation of planets bound by mutual respect and shared goals. In the midst of these developments, Leo remained humble, always reminding everyone that peace was a continuous effort, not a final achievement. His vision and leadership continued to inspire both humans and aliens as they embarked on this new era of interstellar cooperation and understanding. Following the success of the interstellar cultural exchange, Earth and the allied alien species embarked on a path of unprecedented cooperation. The establishment of the Interstellar Peace Federation, IPF, marked a historic milestone. The Federation was dedicated to promoting peace, sharing resources, and addressing universal environmental and security issues across the inhabited planets. Leo, now widely recognized as a young visionary, was invited to serve as a junior ambassador, representing Earth's interests and its youthful populace. Under the guidance of the IPF, Earth began to host a series of interstellar conferences, bringing together leaders, scientists, and thinkers from different worlds. These conferences were designed to tackle some of the most pressing challenges facing the Federation members, including resource scarcity, habitat destruction, and the ethical implications of interstellar expansion. Leo, enthusiastic and ever-curious, participated actively in these discussions, often bridging gaps between diverse viewpoints with his unique blend of youthful idealism and insightful questioning. One of the major initiatives launched was the Sustainable Habitats Program, which aimed to develop new living spaces that would be habitable for various species without harming the native ecosystems. Leo proposed the creation of a pilot project on Earth, utilizing both human and alien technologies to build a model community that would serve as a blueprint for future developments on other planets. The project received overwhelming support, and soon, construction began on what was envisioned to be a harmonious blend of nature and advanced technology. The community was designed with sustainability at its core. Buildings were constructed using materials that were not only eco-friendly, but also adaptable to the needs of different species. Energy was sourced from renewable methods like solar and quantum fusion, a technology shared by one of the alien allies. Water recycling and waste management systems were state-of-the-art, ensuring minimal environmental impact. As the community neared completion, Leo organized a series of educational tours for young people from Earth and various alien homeworlds. These tours were part of a broader educational initiative called the Next Generation Ambassadors Program, which aimed to educate young beings about interstellar diplomacy, environmental stewardship, and cultural appreciation. Leo believed that nurturing these values early was key to the sustained success of the Federation. The tours included interactive workshops where participants could learn about different technologies and ecological strategies used in the community. They also featured cultural exchange sessions, where young beings shared stories, music, and art from their homeworlds, fostering a deep sense of unity and understanding among them. The opening ceremony of the community was a grand affair, broadcasted across all member planets. Leo, as one of the keynote speakers, delivered a moving speech about the power of cooperation and the shared destiny of all intelligent life forms. His words resonated with many, drawing praise and admiration from across the galaxy. In the wake of the ceremony, the community quickly became a symbol of the Federation's ideals. It attracted residents from various planets, eager to live in this new model of coexistence. The success of the project led to the planning of additional communities on other worlds, each adapted to the particular conditions and needs of their host planets. Leo's role as a junior ambassador continued to evolve. He was often called upon to mediate disputes, facilitate negotiations, and promote educational initiatives. Despite the vastness of space and the diversity of its inhabitants, Leo's work helped to ensure that the Federation remained a beacon of hope and a testament to the potential of peaceful coexistence. As peace and cooperation flourished, Leo remained a humble servant to the cause, always reminding others that while they had come far, the journey towards lasting peace and understanding was ongoing. His enduring optimism and unwavering commitment inspired countless others to join in the effort, securing a legacy that would influence generations to come. Years after the formation of the Interstellar Peace Federation, the legacy of Leo's early endeavors continued to resonate throughout the galaxy. His youthful insights and persistent advocacy for peace had catalyzed a transformation not just on Earth, but across multiple worlds, fostering an era of unprecedented interstellar cooperation. Now, a seasoned diplomat in his late teens, Leo remained a prominent figure in the ongoing efforts to expand and strengthen the bonds formed between diverse species. The Federation had grown, now encompassing dozens of member planets, each contributing unique perspectives and resources to the collective good. As part of its evolution, the Federation established the Academy of Interstellar Sciences, an educational institution designed to cultivate a new generation of leaders educated in the arts of diplomacy, environmental science, and intercultural communication. Leo was instrumental in the Academy's creation, advocating for an education system that emphasized practical experience and ethical leadership. At the inauguration of the Academy, Leo delivered a keynote address, reflecting on the journey that had led to this moment. He spoke of the humble beginnings, the challenges faced, and the victories won. His speech underscored the importance of education in maintaining peace and understanding, highlighting how the Academy would serve as a crucible for forging the Federation's future leaders. The Academy quickly became a melting pot of young minds from different worlds, all united by a common goal of making the galaxy a better place. Leo frequently visited the Academy, engaging with students and sharing his experiences. His interactive seminars, often filled with personal anecdotes and lessons learned from real diplomatic missions, were among the most popular, drawing attendees from all over the Federation. One of Leo's most significant contributions was the establishment of the Peaceful Explorers Program, an initiative that sent young diplomats on missions to newly discovered planets and civilizations. This program aimed not only to explore and map the unknown regions of space, but also to extend the hand of friendship to new species and cultures. Leo himself led several of these missions, embodying the spirit of peaceful exploration and mutual respect that he had always championed. Back on Earth and other homeworlds, Leo's early achievements had become a part of educational curriculums, inspiring children to dream big and work towards making a meaningful impact in the world. Documentaries and books about his life and the formation of the Federation were widely consumed, turning Leo into a cultural icon not just for his diplomatic achievements, but also as a symbol of hope and unity. As the Federation prepared to celebrate its 10th anniversary, Leo was asked to speak at the grand commemorative event, hosted on Earth but broadcast throughout the galaxy. The ceremony was a vibrant display of cultural richness, with performances and exhibitions representing each member species. Leo's speech highlighted the successes of the Federation, but also addressed the ongoing challenges and the need for continued vigilance and commitment to the Federation's ideals. After the celebrations, as Leo walked through the crowd, interacting with beings from dozens of worlds, he felt a deep sense of fulfillment. The young boy who had once stumbled upon a crashed alien ship in his backyard was now a young man who had helped steer the galaxy towards a path of peace and cooperation. Leo knew that the journey was far from over. There would be new challenges and conflicts to resolve, but he also knew that the foundations laid by the Federation were strong. With a new generation of leaders emerging from the Academy and the continuous support of the established diplomatic frameworks, the future looked promising. Leo's legacy was not just in the peace that had been achieved, but in the enduring commitment to a united galaxy, a legacy that would continue to inspire and guide future generations. A decade had passed since Leo first stepped into the role of Earth's youngest defender, and his efforts had rippled through the universe, fostering an era of profound peace and collaboration. Now, in his late 20s, Leo served as the Director of Interstellar Relations, a position that placed him at the forefront of the galaxy's diplomatic and exploratory missions. Under his leadership, the guardianship of the galaxy was not just about maintaining peace, but also about expanding the horizons of understanding and coexistence. The Interstellar Peace Federation, under Leo's guidance, had initiated the Galactic Heritage Sites Project, identifying and preserving cultural and natural landmarks across the galaxy. This project not only protected these sites, but also promoted interstellar tourism, allowing beings from different planets to explore and appreciate the diversity of life and history within the Federation. Leo often visited these sites, ensuring they served as bridges of cultural exchange and mutual respect. One such site was on a recently integrated planet, Zetheria, known for its bioluminescent forests and rich artistic heritage. Leo had spearheaded the initiative to declare Zetheria's luminescent forests a protected heritage site, which had brought significant attention to the planet's unique ecosystem and culture. During the inauguration ceremony, Leo emphasized the importance of such places as reminders of the Federation's responsibilities towards not only its members, but also towards nature and history. Back on Earth, Leo was also instrumental in launching the Unity Games, a galaxy-wide sports event that featured traditional and modern sports from various worlds. The games were designed to strengthen friendships among the youth of different planets and celebrate physical prowess, as well as strategic thinking. Leo believed that sports could serve as a powerful tool for peace, providing a platform for friendly competition and shared joy. Meanwhile, the challenges of managing a peaceful but diverse federation of planets required continuous negotiation and adaptation. Leo often found himself mediating disputes or facilitating discussions on resource allocation and planetary defense. His approach always involved listening first, seeking to understand all perspectives before proposing solutions. This method had earned him respect across political and cultural divides. In recognition of his ongoing contributions, Leo was invited to deliver a speech at the Galactic Council, an assembly of leaders from all Federation planets. His speech was broadcast across countless worlds, reaching billions. He talked about the Federation's journey, highlighting the shared achievements and the common future they were building together. He reiterated his vision of a galaxy where every species, regardless of their origin, could contribute to and benefit from the collective advancements. As Leo's stature grew, so did his influence on young minds across the galaxy. He had become a role model for many, embodying the ideals of diplomacy, courage, and curiosity. Schools across different planets included his speeches in their curriculums, and his visits were events that inspired countless young beings to pursue careers in science, diplomacy, and environmental conservation. At the end of another busy galactic year, Leo took a moment to reflect on the journey so far. Standing on the observation deck of the Federation's space station, overlooking the vastness of space, he felt a profound connection to the countless stars and planets that dotted the night sky. Each light represented a world of possibilities, a community of beings striving towards a common goal under the guardianship of the Federation. Leo knew that the peace and unity they enjoyed were fragile and required constant vigilance and dedication. Yet, he was optimistic. With each new challenge, the Federation had grown stronger, more cohesive. And as he looked ahead, Leo was determined to continue guiding the galaxy toward a future where peace was not just an absence of conflict, but a dynamic, thriving force for good. His legacy was now interwoven with the destiny of the galaxy, a testament to a boy who once dreamed of stars and now walked among them as a guardian of their peace.